Hey guys, I'm back for my second video ever on my channel. I'm going to be doing a $300 PC video. Tell me what you think. This is only my second video. But anyways, let's jump right into this very cheap budget build. So first off, let me just announce that this build is pretty much just going to be able to run games like on the source engine, like TF2 and CSGO, and also games like League and Dota. So only get it for those purposes. If you're trying to play newer AAA titles like Far Cry Primal, Fallout 4, you might want to save up some more money to get maybe like a $400 or $500 build. But if you're just going to play like League of Legends and CSGO and TF2 and whatnot, then you have $300 in your pocket, you want to buy a computer and start PC gaming, then go ahead and get this. It's pretty much the best you're going to get if you're buying brand new, not used, for $300. Tell me if you want me to do a build for the same price with used parts, because you can get better stuff. But anyways, starting off with the CPU, we have the AMD A10 7850K 3.7 GHz quad-core processor. This is a processor on the FM2 Plus socket, so you're not going to have much upgradability unless you want to put in an older quad-core processor and stick in a cheap graphics card. But yeah, this is an APU, if I didn't mention, so it has the graphics built in, and the graphics aren't exactly horrible. They're probably the equivalent to something like an R7 240, and once again, you're going to get 60 FPS in games like League and CSGO and whatnot. So this is a good APU for the price of only $115. And moving on, for the motherboard, we have the MSI A68HM E33 V2 Micro ATX this isn't a horrible motherboard for the price. Of course, there's no SLI or Crossfire support. It's only $45, but it's actually very good for the price. It has 4 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports, no USB 3 headers, but for $300, really doesn't matter that much. It supports up to 2133 MHz DDR3 RAM, and that's pretty much it for this board. It's no special features or anything. It's all black. I don't know, it might be a plus to someone. But for the RAM, we have 2133 MHz G-Skill Ripjaws X Series 8 gigs. And the reason why I went with this RAM is because when you're getting RAM for an APU build, since the graphics are built into the CPU, well, it's an APU, faster RAM will help your performance, and we can fit it in this budget. So just get this RAM instead of this something standard like 1600 MHz, because it will improve your performance. Next, for the storage, we have the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB hard drive. Nothing much to say there. For this build, there's no reason to have something like an SSD. This will boot up your PC in probably 25 seconds. I have one myself. I don't have Windows on it, but I have one myself, and I gotta say they're really good, really well-known, reputable drives from Western Digital. And this is the really interesting part, the case and power supply. We have the Apex PC 375 ATX mid-tower case with 300-watt power supply. A lot of you might think it's kind of sketchy, but I did a little bit of research, and the power supply inside here is not really bad. It's only 300 watts, of course, for this APU build. It's really not going to consume much power at all. Yeah, it's just a simple ATX case. It's really not a very good looking case, but it's going to get the job done for $300. All you're going to care about is playing all your source engine and MOBA games at 60 FPS, which you will be able to do with this build. I do recommend maybe upgrading the power supply later on. I'm not exactly sure this case if you can remove the power supply, but if you can, I would recommend doing that later. Although my friend has a case like this with integrated power supply, and it hasn't failed in him in maybe 2 months. So yeah, if you're okay with this, just get it, but if you're not, maybe get like a $30 case and a $20 power supply if you're willing to spend the extra $15, $20, but I do think this isn't a horribly non-reliable case and power supply. I think you'll be okay. But anyways, that was the build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I actually did this voiceover in one take, which is pretty surprising because I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, and it's kind of hard for me to do commentaries. It's just I stutter a lot, so sorry if I stuttered a little bit in this video. But anyways, I guess leave a like if you thought this build was good. I'm not going to say leave a like if you enjoy it, because that's pretty overused and stupid. But yeah, leave a like if you thought this was a decent build for the price. Comment your thoughts, any questions you have. I will reply to every single question. Probably not going to get that many comments, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and yeah, peace out.